Greg Smith.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I congratulate my honourable friend for Worcester for securing this important debate. From the outset, I should declare that 2 of my 3 children are below school age, and we're very lucky. We have found an exceptional childminder and a superb preschool that my 2 sons enjoy every day of the school week. But from talking to many constituents and talking to many other mums and dads around my constituency, it is not always easy to find the right childminder, nursery, preschool, whichever setting that they want and that is right for their child. And when they do find it, it is even more difficult to be able to pay for it and to meet the high costs of childcare. Now, I warmly congratulate the government, and I welcomed at the time the Chancellor announced it, the massive increase in spending on subsidised childcare that through to 2025 will apply to children as young as 9 months old. But I do think, as ever, when you get a great announcement like that, the detail does need to be scrutinised significantly, and we do need to iron out any of the gremlins that might be in there. And so I principally want, with the limited time we've got this evening, to outline 2 points through the lens of a wonderful childcare setting in my constituency, the Big Top Nursery in the village of Wadston, who I visited just earlier this year. And the first relates to those funding rates that we have as of this academic year. And I would really appreciate it if the Minister could meet with me at some point in the future to go through this detail further. But if I could just inform the House that on the current rate the government will pay, compared to the rate it costs Big Top Nursery to provide that childcare, they're currently losing on a 3-year-old £1.40 an hour, equating to £14 a day, which for a child that goes to Big Top for 22 hours a week, as is a standard placement for that particular setting, the nursery is making a loss of £30.80 per week, which actually adds up across those 22 children to a £1,500 loss every single year. That is an amount of money that's not sustainable if that private nursery is going to remain in business, providing the excellent childcare that they do in the long term. So we do need to look at a way to ensure that either the nurseries are able in the future to be able to charge a top-up on that, and that the free hours, as they are badged, are actually rebadged as subsidised childcare, not creating that expectation that everything is free. Welcome that the funding is. Or there needs to be another model that recognises that that gap exists across thousands of settings across the country. And the other point I wish to very briefly mention is the way Ofsted treat preschool and childcare settings. The Big Top Nursery was subject to a report that they deem deeply unfair from Ofsted. Questions to staff that were so unclear that staff had to ask the meaning of them, and the inspector then gave them a report that was not fitting of the setting, which had parents up in arms. And my challenge to the Minister is to find a way that where every single parent in a setting wants that setting to remain open, wants that setting to be where their children go, there is yet no mechanism for parents to be able to feed into it. And I challenge the Minister to fix that.